Hello, tubers. You know who it is. It's Maya and Maya. You can call me Naima. You can call me God's Art. Whatever. So, here we are. Another day, another dollar is what they say. Hey, by the way, I need to let you guys know. Hit that like button, please, and subscribe to my channel so you can get all the information you need whenever new videos are uploaded. Boom. So, today's video vlog is about, of course, overcoming depression, overcoming trauma, overcoming anxiety and worry. Here are a few things that I've learned over a course of time. By no way am I saying take my advice as motto, just kind of learn from my experience. Number one, I have to get this off of my chest. A strong part of healing comes from disassociating with your past. I'm not saying that you should just ignore the things that have happened to you in your past. I'm saying that the more you associate with the people of your past, or the people you have moved past, or the more you associate with places that you have moved past, the more you'll be brought back into the past. So understand what you're doing, okay? So I don't think it's wise for a person to be healing and still be dealing with, their exes, or, places they used to hang out at, or, because again, you want newness. You want something better and newer than what you've previously been experiencing. So, past people, let them go. Yeah, they may come back into your life and just be like, hey, I missed this about you. I missed that about you. The truth is, you have moved forward. So continue moving forward, and do not give the past a reason to come back and pull you back into it, because that repetitive cycle is also what's keeping you from complete healing. Here's a couple things. I found out that fear is actually worry. There's no such thing as worry and fear. They're both the same things. Fear is actually a component of worry. So, and most of the time the fear comes from us feeling like we're inadequate. Like we're not adequate enough to handle, our circumstance or our situation or whatever life is throwing at us at this point. So, that's where fear comes from. And a friend of mine told me today, fear no evil, not even fear. And it finally really made sense to me. I was like, oh my God, I have been living my life in this fear, and I have not found out how to come out of this fear. And the truth is, the way to come out of the fear is to not fear the fear. It's kind of like, things will happen. Understand that things will happen in life, okay? But until they do, don't worry if they will. 9 times out of 10, things are not going to happen. So think of things as if, nothing's going to happen. Until that thing does happen, and then that's when, you can go ahead and put worry to it, or concern, or whatever have you. But don't continue to create anxiety by worrying about things that have not happened and probably never will happen. And I say probably because we build things in our mind that, can manifest. And as long as you don't think these negative thoughts all the way through, they're not going to manifest. But if you do, and you continue to give it life, then of course it's going to manifest. So you can trust that. A strong part of healing is also, you have to have some type of connection to a spirituality. I do not recommend a person to go into finding their core issues and the root issues of who they are, and, fixing things about themselves, healing, so they're not problematic to other people. I do not recommend that without some type of spirituality or religion. Why? Because you need something to ground you. You need something to build a foundation upon. You need a rock. to rest your weary head. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of people, you know, go to some type of religion. Me, myself, I am a combination of Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism. I'm all one big lovely religion smashed into one. So, yeah. Another thing, another strong part of healing is also interconnecting with yourself. And what I mean by that is often I have to tell myself, hey, as soon as I start to worry, I use that worry. It's like I start to worry, I say, okay, I hear worry. Then I go into something positive for myself that'll interconnect me to myself. I'll even say, you know what? I love you. Everything's okay. Your worst fears are not going to come true. But everything that you want for yourself in the positive will come true. So it's like you have to change your mind in the middle of your mind not wanting to change it. So, and a lot of that is also deep breathing and understanding that you have to go through the process, not rushing the process, because also rushing creates anxiety. It's a firm creator of anxiety. I notice because I crochet, right? So I use a needle a lot. I crochet. I'm constantly moving my hands. And I notice I'm always trying to hurry up and get to the end of the line. And before I know it, I feel this feeling inside of me like, oh my God, I just can't wait to get done. You know what I'm saying? It's like a, you know, type of feeling. But when I'm just taking my time and I'm not focusing on getting to the end of the line and I'm just moving, things are going in a flow. And before you know it, I started the line. It seemed like a second ago, and a second later, I'm at the end. But when I'm rushing, it seems like it's taking me forever to get to the end. Understand what I'm saying? If you have ears, please hear me. If you have a heart to understand, please understand me. But another thing, so yes, deep breathing, very deep breathing. And you have to set out time for yourself as well as your higher power. You have to have a designated time in a day where you're quiet, you're still. There's no electronics or appliances being ran. There's only you, stillness, and calmness. And it's you reassuring yourself that, hey, we're going to get through this. I think the hardest part about healing may be the very beginning. Once you're through the beginning into the middle and going toward the end, things are pretty easy. But the hardest part for me was the nightmares and the night terrors. I used to wake up screaming. I used to wake up fighting and flailing my fists. I used to wake up like I literally one time tried to scratch somebody's eyeballs out because I felt like I was in such a real place in my past that I was being traumatized but my mind didn't understand that I was not there. My mind didn't understand I was here. My mind felt like I was there. So I woke up like, trying to, claw this person's eyeballs out because I thought this person was the person that had harmed me. That is a very hard part about healing. But that means that you are healing because you've reached that point. And if you have reached that point, you have to understand that that is your way of ridding yourself of what happened. Because you stuffed that. You stuffed it. You either not acknowledge that it happened or you acknowledge that it happened but you just ignored it. So you stuffed it, and what's happening is your body is going to act that out because it does not want that negativity to stay within. So you can choose to leave that negativity within, but you're going to become a bitter bandit. You're going to become a bitter person. So I don't recommend you do that at all. I recommend you to go through the nightmares, go through the night terrors, and if you can, keep a dream journal like I did. Let me see if I have it. No, I don't. I kept a dream journal, and most of the dreams in there are terrifying. They're nightmares. But I noticed once I got really to the brink of my healing that my nightmares started to turn into real dreams, and dreams about positive things like getting married and having children and buying a house and running in poppy fields and, you know, shit like that. So my dreams got more positive the more healing that I came across. Another thing, when you start to really get into the brink of your healing, other people will see it and they'll say something like, "Oh my God, you're glowing. Oh my God, you look so happy." And the truth is, your aura has changed. You went from having a negative aura, a down put or downtrodden facial expression, to a very positive, light, spunky, you know, Peter Cottontail, just wide open type of look, you know. And people that don't have that in their lives, they can see that. So, and also, once you get into this healing, you know, to make sure you're not going to fall back into yester you. I feel like, you know, the higher powers will test you to see if you're really about keeping that healing within you. And what they'll do, they'll send you similar circumstances to the things that may have caused you time and time again to hit your head or fail. Whatever that is, only you know what that is. It'll come back, you know, circumstances will come back to test you to see if you're really about holding that healing and that peace within yourself. So, don't fall for the tricks. Try to become more self-aware. Try to check yourself often. If you can, you have an inner voice and you have your consciousness. These are two different things. Your consciousness will grumble. It'll say, "You can't do this, and you can do that, and you can do it, and you gotta go here, and you gotta do this, and you gotta do that, and you gotta do this, and you gotta go to the doctor, and you gotta." That is your consciousness. It's always moving. It's always going. It's always saying something. It never shuts the fuck up. It just keeps going and going and going like an Energizer bunny. And then you have your inner voice. Your inner voice comes from the pit of your soul. It comes from your solar plexus, not your mind. So that's how you can kind of differentiate who's who or what's what or whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying you have alternate personalities or we have alternate personalities. All I'm saying is there is a consciousness and an inner voice. The inner voice is more of an intuitive sounder. Like, it's like, "Don't go there. Don't answer that phone. You shouldn't be there. Nope, don't do that. Yeah. Nope, don't do that. Uh-oh, get out of here." That is your inner voice, and that comes from your solar plexus. So there are two different things going on, you know what I'm saying? So kind of become self-aware about who's who, and then check yourself. You have to check your consciousness. Excuse me. You have to check your consciousness. You know, your inner voice is 100%. It don't need your help. Trust me, because it is a part of God. It don't need your help at all. But your consciousness, it probably needs some serious direction. And I'm telling you, only when you become aware of who's who and what's what can you start to change the direction in which the pendulum swings. So, and by doing that, you become more of an effective positive person, not a person that's just talking about positive things and rehearsing positive things. You're thinking positive things, so you're getting positive things. Just do it, man. Just do it. You know, don't think about it. Just do it. You're like, "How do you do it? How? Just tell me how." Just do it. You just do it. There's no thinking to it. The more you have to think about it, the more you'll probably procrastinate. You'll doubt yourself. So the more it's almost like just jumping into the water. It's either swim or sink. You know, if you don't want to die, you will swim, you know. So But yes, overcoming drama and stress and pain and anxiety and worry and fear, all of it is in depression. It's pretty much the same. Mental illness, bipolar, PC, it's all one thing. The mind is not working in the right direction. It's not working in the right direction due to some type of trauma, something you saw or something you endured that psychologically impacted you. But I'm here to let you know, your girl Maya, I love you and I appreciate who you are as a person, because it takes a strong individual to continue to go through life, already have gone through what you've gone through. So understand, you're the strongest of the strongest. You're a soldier. And I'm not saying this just to play patty-cake with your feelings. Trust me, that's not what I do. I'm saying this because it is true. And I'm saying this because I see all these things in myself. I am a survivor of trauma. I am not a victim. A survivor's mentality versus a victim's mentality, two completely different things. But I know you'll ask Google, so I don't have to really inform you. So go ask Google the difference between a survivor's mindset and a victim's mindset. I love you guys. And again, if you know anybody that's dealing with any type of mental health illness, any type of pain, any type of trauma, drama, anxiety, anybody that takes mental health medication, anybody that has autism, anybody that has a diagnosed mental health disability, reach out. These people are very sensitive. These people also need a lot of patience and a lot of love. So if you're loving someone, if you have a lover that has mental health illnesses, be very patient with these people. These people deserve love too. And just for the sake of saying, the word crazy drives people crazy, actually. So people don't even have to really be crazy, and then you can call them crazy, and guess what they act like? Crazy. So, with that being said, try to watch that word and how loosely you use it with people that actually have mental health illnesses, because it makes them feel some type of way. And the last thing you want to do is to spark or trigger a person that has mental health illnesses, because they may commit crimes. There's no may to it. Most people with mental health illnesses, if you trigger them too far, they will commit a crime. So be careful, love each other, and make sure, again, you like my video and you subscribe to my channel. And also reach out to anybody you know dealing with any type of mental health illness. And add me on Instagram at Godzart Project. That's GODZART _ project, PROJECT. Again, here I am and there I was. Good day, you guys.